You ever hear something so cruel that it freezes your blood? That happened to me. I wasn't supposed to hear it, but that one whispered sentence changed everything. My wife said, I don't love him anymore. If he disappeared before my birthday, that would be the best gift. She didn't know I was standing right behind the door, and that night I made a promise, not to beg her to stay, but to disappear in a way she'd never forget. My name is Jonathan Miller, 39, and I'd been married to Olivia, 35, for 10 years. We had a quiet, comfortable life, or so I thought. I worked as an engineer, always busy trying to make sure our future was secure. Olivia was a florist, full of life, laughter, and charm. Everyone loved her, especially my best friend, Tyler. Tyler had been part of my life since college. He'd helped me propose to Olivia, was best man at our wedding, and visited our house often. I never suspected a thing, until one ordinary evening I came home early from a work trip, unannounced. As I stepped up to the front porch, I heard voices inside. Olivia's soft laughter drifted through the slightly open window. Then her tone changed, quieter, colder. I moved closer, not to spy, just confused. And that's when I heard her whisper, I don't love him anymore. If he disappeared before my birthday, that would be the best gift. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. Tyler chuckled softly. You really think he'll just vanish? Olivia replied. He's too naive, always trusting. It'll be easy. I stepped back, my hands trembling. It felt like the ground was gone beneath me, but instead of bursting in, I walked away silently, drove to a nearby motel, and stayed up all night replaying her words. By morning, my pain had turned into clarity. If she wanted me to disappear, I would. Just not the way she imagined. The next week, I acted normal. I smiled, talked, even laughed at dinner. But behind that calm face, I was setting my plan in motion. I went to work early and met with a lawyer friend named Rachel. She helped me quietly transfer my savings into a private account and freeze all joint finances. I canceled joint credit cards and redirected my salary to a new bank. Then, I contacted a former colleague who now ran a construction firm in another city. He offered me a position immediately. My escape was ready, but I wasn't done. Olivia needed to face what she'd wished for. 3 days before her birthday, I told her I had to leave for an urgent project out of town. She barely looked up from her phone, just said, "Oh, okay, don't forget my birthday dinner." Her coldness confirmed everything. That night, after she fell asleep, I packed my important documents, laptop, and clothes. But before leaving, I placed a small envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside was a note that read, You wanted me to disappear. Wish granted. But every action has a price. Happy birthday, Olivia. Then I left. Not just the house, but the city. I turned off my phone, deactivated social media, and started fresh. I moved into a modest apartment, started my new job, and slowly began building a life where my name was clean. My mind was free and my heart was healing. Meanwhile, back in our old town, chaos erupted. A neighbor saw me leave that night and reported it when Olivia filed a missing person report 2 days later. The police questioned her words about me disappearing had spread among some friends. Suddenly, her little wish turned into a nightmare. Within weeks, suspicion grew. Tyler panicked, deleted messages, and stopped visiting her. But the damage was done. People whispered behind her back. Her flower shop lost customers. Everyone thought she had something to do with my disappearance. Months passed. I stayed silent, watching from a distance. I wasn't dead, just reborn. Then one day, Rachel called. You might want to see this, she said. She sent me a link to a local news story. Local florist under investigation. After husband's mysterious disappearance. There was Olivia, crying on camera, begging for me to return, saying she missed me and that it was all a misunderstanding. I didn't laugh. I didn't gloat. I just turned off the screen and whispered, You got your wish. A year later, I finally contacted the police anonymously, telling them I was alive and safe. They dropped the case, but by then, Olivia's life was already in ruins. Tyler had left town, her business had closed, and she was living alone in the same house that once held all our dreams. As for me, I bought a small cabin by the lake, rebuilt my peace, and spent my days working, fishing, and living quietly. Sometimes I think about how easily trust can be shattered, and how sometimes the best revenge is letting people drown in the consequences of their own cruelty. When someone wishes for your disappearance, don't break down. Rise so high that your absence becomes their punishment. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.